Hey everybody, it's Romania Black. Oh, it's time for episodes 10 through 12 of Bungo Stray Dogs 1. And I'm really sad because after these 3 episodes, we are officially going to be on the hiatus until season 4 comes out. I'm not doing a live stream. I'm going to be doing towards the spring, summer, whenever it gets closer to season 4 coming out. I am going to do a big recap video, kind of like what I've done with Attack on Titan, where I'm going to go over the characters. And by that point, hopefully by the time I do the recap video, I will have caught up in the manga to where season 3 ends. And I will also have read a few more of the light novels, and I can talk about those. So I'm going to be doing posts on Twitter of my updates as I read through the manga and the light novel too when I get to them this spring. So there'll be that on there. And then I'll talk about them in the recap when I get to it. But I'm pretty excited, y'all, for season 4, but I'm really sad that these are the last 3 episodes of 1. We're going to round out 2021 and start 2022 just getting done with this final series here. And these have been so good. They were hilarious. You never know with humor, especially in like a Chibi series, if it's going to go or not. But so far the ones I've watched, like Modazushi Q and watching the Chibi series, oh gosh, I've watched Ruby Chibi, and then now this series, I feel like they've been really, really funny, and I'm really happy that I watched them. So I've heard there's one for Link Click. So Link Click's been pretty depressing. So hopefully that one will be better. Hopefully the Chibi series will be a lot of fun. But yeah, so I'm going to be reacting to episodes 10 through 12. And then I've had a couple of you request on Patreon that I listen to Glitter and Gold. It's the big AMV for Bungo Stray Dogs, and also Seven Nation Army. So I don't have time to dive down the rabbit hole and listen to all the AMVs, but those 2 were 2 that patrons were like, you need to listen to. If anything, you need to listen to those 2. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of like a rite of passage. I've made it this far. I've watched seasons 1 through 3. I'm going to watch the 2 AMVs, and I've got links to them down below so that I'll sync them up here. I'll have my headphones on, but the sound off, and you guys can watch them with me while I react to them. But yeah. So that's going to kind of round out our end of Bungo Stray Dogs for now. I'm going to do the recap video. I've had people tell me there are audio dramas for Bungo Stray Dogs, so maybe this spring, like monthly as it gets closer, I can do like a Bungo Stray Dogs little side thing too while we wait for the new series to come out. And as far as what's replacing Bungo Stray Dogs, since we're not doing a live stream, the poll as I'm recording this is still ongoing. So it's going to be the winner of the poll, obviously, that ends. If there is a tie, which could happen, it's probably the closest poll we've ever had before. I'll probably do a community post on YouTube about it once we have all the winners. But it's literally been the closest poll I think we've ever had on this channel, the replacement. But if there is a tie, then I will go with the show that patrons voted first. I checked my poll. I made a little screenshot to show where the patrons had voted before I made it public. And when we did the narrowing of options, I saved the options that were narrowed and which one's the top 5. So whoever won that poll will be the one that I go with first, and then the other one will be second. But I've had some people request that I do the top 2 in this poll since it's so close. I'll talk in the community post about it. I'm going to see how close we get before we do that. If it's like a pretty big margin, I probably won't watch the top 2. But if it's like a vote, then I'll probably watch the top 2 and just go with whichever one won and then follow up with the other. So yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, let's dive into this, shall we? We've got episodes 10, 11, and 12. This episode 10 is called Odin with the White Tiger. Elevator panic. The armed detective agency beats the heat. I'm trying to think of Odin. Who Odin was. It's probably going right over my head, and I should know who that is. But in any case, let's dive in, shall we? I'm sure it'll hit me as soon as I see it. But let's start episode 12 of Bungo Stray Dogs 1. Even though I don't want to end the series, we've got to end it at some point, right? Let's dive in here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This was honestly, the last set of episodes, 7 through 9, they were hilarious. Like, I was almost rolling. They were so funny. These were not funny. They were funny, but they were more like somber and like heartfelt and, I have to say, of all the episodes from 1, I think episode 7, surprising no one, and then episode 11, surprising no one. Those 2 are my favorites. I love episode 7 because it's a preschool and because it's Otasaku Man. But episode 11 in this, like, tug at my heartstrings. Like, just episode 11 in this just tugged at my heartstrings. And oh my gosh, it was so good. So sad. So the movie with Chuya, I like how y'all point out that the only times that Atsushi and Chuya interact in this entire series so far is through Juan. And I'm like, I never really realized that the only direct interactions they have are through Bungo Stray Dogs 1. But I was wondering why they didn't get out of the elevator using Chuya's powers, but it makes sense they didn't want to draw attention and not get to see the movie. And then as it turns out, Dazai was going to... But doesn't Dazai hate dogs? So why was he at the movies? Except if you want to see it with Chuya. And then Atsushi's like, let's all go see it together. And Chuya getting the big blush. Yeah, So the Odin. I didn't know Odin was a type of food. When I think of Odin, I think of like the Norse mythology Odin. I don't think of the food. I think of udon. So the fact that Odin's a thing, it's a different type of food. Good to know. But the idea that Dazai, I'm kind of with Dazai. I'm not a good cook. So I'd be like, yeah, just go get Kunikita to make it. It's fine. It's all good. But yeah, the idea that Kunikita's like, there's an emergency. And then he makes it. And I love Kyoka's hair in this becomes either the question mark or the heart. She like gets the heart when she eats the stuff, the Hansen or whatever it is. I thought it would be like a fish or something, but maybe it's like a type of tofu. And then, of course, Rampo is my favorite in this show, I think, because he just snacks on things. And it's so funny in these episodes because, like I said, I'm watching Attack on Titan at the same time. So you can definitely hear with Kunikita Reiner's voice. And then Levi doesn't sound like Rampo, but the fact that you know it's the same voice actor, I'm like, I could never imagine Levi going, needle, 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 needle. Like, it's just so funny. I love it. But yeah, and then the president's like, he's not a bad person. Because Rampo's eating all of the things, like eating the tofu skin around the mochi, all that stuff. I love it. And then the summer festival, so cute. Them with their little yukatas and then like them all out there. I love Naomi's the most. It was the prettiest. But seeing like Rampo and Yasano having like complementary colors. He had the orange one on and she had the purple. That was really cute. And then Dazai and Kunikita, of course, had red and green. So fitting, right? And so I thought that whole scene was really cute. And the whole fireworks scene, like that was just like a perfect portrait of the fireworks. And I was like, well, that was a really good episode. And then we had the Dark Era chibis. And oh my God. The Dark Era is probably my favorite arc in this series. I don't know. I really like the second season a lot. And the whole thing with the guild is a lot of fun. But the Dark Age is just, it's so perfect. And oh my God. Dazai, like, gosh, the whole thing that Oda, if y'all don't ship Dazai and Oda, I get it. It's fine. I ship Dazai with Chuya and I ship Dazai with Oda. It's fine. I can multi-ship. It's okay. It's two different timelines. You have, Dazai was with Oda and then when Oda died, he was with Chuya. It all worked out in the end, right? But the idea that you trust love too much. Ango said that Dazai trusts love too much. I'm like, oh, that's such a statement. That's such a statement. I love this little chibi series is giving you like statements to tie in with the Dark Age arc. But Oda being like, well, I would try his cooking. I'm like, stop making me ship you. And then the fact that Oda knew what a Holstein was. If you don't know cattle breeds, Holsteins are the white dairy cows with black spots. And everybody, usually if you think of a cow, you think of a Holstein because it's like a very popular dairy breed. But yeah, I was like, Oda knows what's up. And then the fact that Dazai made the New Year's cards and he was going to give all the bad ones to Mori. And then there was Chibi Mori at the end being like, why do I have all these cards? I love it. And then, but that part about, it makes total sense why Oda would have a choose your own adventure story. It's not like, I didn't think it was a psychological test. I was like, it was a choose your own adventure. But then it talks about like, why would you pick certain things? So I guess it was psychological. But I was like, it would make sense that Oda would read a choose your own adventure because his ability lets him see into the future. So he literally can choose his own adventure. But when they asked Dazai about the stars and he said none, and that's supposed to be a sign of how many people you think are your true friends, that was so sad. And then Ango, he was like, well, I want at least one. I was like, well, that's really sad too, that they just want some friends. And then Oda didn't answer the question, which I think is suspicious. Show you don't have Oda answer the question. But I'm like, oh no, that was so like, that was dark. Like that part, I was like, oh no. And then, yeah, Dazai and Atsushi, both in the first 2 episodes, are alone in their EDs. And, well, Dazai's seemingly alone until Oda and Ango show up. And I'm like, oh. And then everything gets color, and there's Natsumi there. It's like, Dark Age, man. Cut me straight to the feels. Cut me straight to the feels. Seriously. But, okay, and then episode 12. I wish that episode had been longer. God, I wish that episode had been longer. Because the body swap, how does it end up? It ends up, I was trying to write it down so I remember. Dazai ends up in Rompo's body. Of course he does. Rompo ends up in Kunikita's body. And he made Kunikita have like little closed eyes. Had that. Atsushi ended up in Dazai's body. And Kunikita's in Atsushi's body. And I love that the voice actors altered their voices to try to be the characters. Atsushi's voice actor was great as all of them. Atsushi's voice actor was really, really good. Like him playing Kunikita at the end was wonderful, like with the stern voice. And Dazai, of course, and Mamoru is Mamoru. And then Reiner just, Kunikita's voice actor, the same one as Reiner, he just altered his voice just a little bit. Which, that voice actor that plays Kunikita, sometimes he's easy for me to catch and sometimes he's not, because he does alter his voice for characters. And then Atsushi's voice actor was great. He did wonderful. But yeah, and then at the end, the cat and the president switched spots. Of course they did. Of course they did. But yeah, Kyoka, how she views all the others, like she says, she calls Rampo the detective who solves everything. And in the manga, I love the granddaughter-grandfather thing, because in the manga, when they first show up to apprehend Kyoka, the president, Fukuzawa, defends her and says, this is my granddaughter. And it's like, ah! So I like that little tie-in to the actual manga. And then at the end, she doesn't say what Atsushi is. And I'm like, I don't really ship Atsushi with Kyoka. I view them as like siblings. I think they're more like siblings, and she just doesn't really realize it because her only basis of comparison for siblings are Naomi and Tanizaki, and that's not a good basis for comparison. But I feel like she was I kept thinking she was going to say he's my friend, and that's what he is for her. And I was like, oh, but she never said. So I think that they're friends. And Dazai was trying to imply that Atsushi could not get the girl. I'm like, dude, Atsushi's not even interested in girls. Lucy's tried. Didn't work. And then, yeah, the very end with all of them together and walking at the end theme there. And Kunikita and Yasano. I ship Kunikita and Yasano? Kind of. I also ship Yasano with Rampo, but I ship Rampo with Po, so it's complicated. What's a multi-shipper to do, you know? But I do love that Kunikita constantly is shown with Yasano, and she's like just trying to like let him loosen up a little bit. I was like, But then, yeah, Dazai and Atsushi trying to surprise him. And the saddest thing of all is that the surprise that gets Dazai is just Atsushi being kind. It's like, okay! But these were so cute. I've had a lot of people request that I watch the dub. I think on my own time, if I can, I'm going to go back and watch the dub. I think I want to. That would be a lot of fun to actually see the dub version. And they said the voice actors had a lot of fun with it. I've listened to some of the dub. I think I watched all of season 1 in the dub. I liked Mamoru more as Dazai, obviously, but I watched season 1 in the dub, and I watched parts of season 2 in the dub too. I think through the Dark Age. I need to go back and listen to the Guild in the dub, but it was good. It's not. I usually get very torn if I watch something in the sub first. I usually have a negative impression of the dub because I'm so used to the sub voices, but the dub for Bungo Stray Dogs is actually pretty good. So I'm like, I'll go back and listen to one with the dub. That will be fun. But yeah, I'm really sad that it's over. I was so excited by this series. I'm so glad y'all recommended it, because I'll be honest, at first I wasn't going to watch it. I was like, nah. Back when I first started the series, like 6 months ago, like way, way, way back, like in the summer, or no, in the spring even. It was like way back in the spring of this year. Like it's been a long time. It's been like 8 or 9 months watching this show. Back when I first started it, I was like, nah, I'm not going to watch this one. Because I saw one like as a recommendation. I was like, no, I don't want to watch a chibi series. No. And then I watched Modazushi Q and I was like, that one was pretty good. And then I started to slowly change my mind. And then y'all were like, are you going to watch one? And so I'm really glad that I did, because this series was it was a nice little refresher after season 3. It was really nice to go back and see these characters and do all these funny shenanigans. And the callbacks to all the seasons were really good. I hope that after season 4, they make another short series for Juan. That would be really cute. I would like that. We didn't get to see the Chibi Guild. Chibi Fjordor. I don't know if we want to see Chibi Fjordor, but the Chibi Guild would be adorable. Like if they did like Chibi Fitzgerald and Chibi Louisa like walking around shopping and they run into Chuya and Dazai, like all the shenanigans, and Chibi Lovecraft making the dachshunds out of balloons. That would be so cute. Like, come on. It'd be adorable. So maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll do that. That would be really cute. I hope they do. But we still have AMVs to watch, right? So I want to listen to those. Like I said, I'm going to have links down below to them so that you can pull them up beside whatever this reaction is, so you can pull it up alongside it. But I, obviously for copyright reasons, cannot listen to them. So I'm going to listen to them with my headphone jack in. But I am pretty excited. The Glitter and Gold, as soon as episode 12 came out on Patreon, all the patrons were like, Glitter and Gold. I was like, all right. And then I think Julie was the one that, on Patreon that recommended the Seven Nation Army. So I'm going to do Seven Nation Army first, and then we'll round out with Glitter and Gold because it's sparkly, it's New Year's. We're going to round out with Glitter and Gold at the end. But I want to do Seven Nation Army first, and then we'll do Glitter and Gold after that. And I know there's so many AMVs. There's so many, and I'll just have to watch a lot of them on my own time, but we'll talk about that right at the end of this. But okay, so I'm going to listen to Seven Nation Army, y'all. 4 minutes, 11 seconds. Got the link down below. I'm going to listen to that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Oh, and we're going to go back to Dazai doing the hostage talk with Koyo. Uh-huh. Ooh, and the music kicks in. Oh, and this remix. Yeah, I love the white stripes, so this is great. Ooh. And get the gun, yes, from Ango. Ooh, with the stomping, yeah. Oh my gosh, and the sounds. Oh, I love it. Oh, and the slide by Dazai, that's so perfect. Oh my god, yes. The sound effects, the sound mixing in this is perfect. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the glass is tinking. Oh, Atsushi. Oh, yes. I love this room. And the editing with everything going down like that. These AMV creators, like, I love to make AMVs back in the day, but they're nowhere near this. Oh my god, and tying it back to the Dark Age and everything. With Dazai looking dangerous. Oh, and Ango and Oda. Oh my gosh, come on. I love all the sound effects they wove into this. Ooh, and the Octagawa to Dazai to Fjordor. Oh, and the grabbing it. Yeah. Oh, this was so well thought out. I love this. Oh my gosh, and tying it to the beat. Oh, and doing the shoji and the chest. Yes, please. Every time it transitions, I think that, like, my screen, like, I've done the scrolling or something. Oh, and the bass. Oh, y'all. This one's pretty good. Oh my gosh. The parents are, we're just gonna, it's like covering the whole series. I love it. And Dead Apple. Dude, Miscellaneous Coffin. This is great. This is amazing. I love the Octagawa with the demonic armor cutting to Chuya with... Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I love this. Ango with the Wichita line. Oh, that's so good. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, how dare you do the quit shooting dead bodies and cut to Oda? And just every motion we can parallel with between them, we're gonna do that? Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. And Kyoka and Akutagawa and Dazai all falling at the same time. Nice. I love it. And Chuy, every time he slams down something with his gravity powers, it's so good. It's so good. Oh god, and doing the bullets with the beats. And ending it with evil expects evil of others. Oh my gosh. That was so good. That one was so good. The editing, the beats, the sound. That was pretty damn good. I like that a lot. Oh man. Okay. All right. I have not watched Glitter and Gold. I have saved it. It's been in my watch for later list on YouTube for so long. And finally, finally I can watch it. So yeah. Oh man. The Seven Nation Army one, that one, the editing on that was so perfect. So perfect. But y'all say that this is the AMV to watch. This is the Glitter and Gold. We're starting a new year at this point. All right, we're gonna watch Glitter and Gold. I got the link down below. Pana AMV, thank you for making this. I'm sure I'll be like singing your praises very soon. But we're gonna watch Glitter and Gold AMV here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Ooh. Again, getting that sound effect. Oh yeah, and using the neon sign from season 2. Oh, and the fluttering. Oh, Oda and Fyodor, I hadn't even thought about that. Oh, with Chuya and the apple too. Ooh. Ooh. And all the bodies dropping in the fists. Ooh, Hirotsu! Oh, that was so damn good. Hirotsu looks so badass! Oh, man. Oh, and Akutagawa and Atsushi parallel. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man, Atsushi. Oh, and that shot with Oda and then Mori. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just, oh, so good. Oh, that's so good. And I love the colors are muted where it's literally just the oranges and blues. Oh, that was timed well. The thing with Dazai shooting that guy. Oh, and Chuya kicking. Oh, and Mori and Akutagawa. How did you people? Oh, the cracking. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this. Oh, nice. Oh, that transition with Dazai and Fyodor and the hair, the wind blowing. Oh, that's so good. Ooh, and Naomi clapping. Oh my god. And the dead apple and the leader of Mimic. Oh, y'all. Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm glad they put that together. Oh, and Fitzgerald and Koyo. And Atsushi and the... Oh my god. And the glass at the end. I wanted him to tank the glasses at the end, but the song just cuts out and it ends. That's so good. That was so good. Oh my god. Ah! Okay. Y'all, I loved making AMVs back in the day, but there's no way I would have the patience to do all that editing. If you've ever made an AMV, and mine were very, very shoddy, like very shoddy, but even those took like hours and hours to do, and they were amateur at best. It's so unreal. It's so unreal how good that is. That was so good. Damn. Like both of those videos, like timing the sound effects and the transitions, and both of those videos just remind you so much of how similar characters are in these shows, like the parallels. Like, it's not reusing the same animation, nah, but characters making similar moves and doing similar actions, and the way they just melded those together to showcase that. I'm so glad y'all recommended those. I'm so glad I waited to watch those with y'all. Those were so good. Those were so good. Okay. So yeah, I've been told, as far as where we're going, because obviously we've got a hiatus from now until at least summer or fall for when Bungo Stray Dogs season 4 comes out. I mean, I would think at the earliest it's probably gonna be June or July at the earliest. It may be later on, like August, September, though. We don't know. It may be in the winter. We don't know. We've not been given a specific time yet of when that show is coming out, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be at least 6 to 8 months, probably, which is sad days. So I'll be watching another show between now and then. So there's that. I'll be watching another show. And then, so I'll be watching another show between now and then. And as far as other Bungo Stray Dogs content goes, I want to react to some of the audio dramas. I will probably put a thing out on Patreon when I get to them and be like, hey, what's some audio dramas for Bungo Stray Dogs I should watch, and see what all pops up. So if you're a patron, you can recommend those when the time comes. But other than that, I do want to do like a recap video before season 4 comes out, where I can talk about the manga. I'm 7 volumes into the manga. I've been working on other projects, so I kind of got sidetracked, but I'm 7 volumes into the manga. I'm at season 2, basically around episode 8 of season 2, episode 8, episode 9. And so I want to talk about the manga and all the changes that I've noticed from that series to the anime. And then I want to talk about the light novels I've read. I've been told to wait off. I've been told to wait on Stormbringer. I've been told not to read Stormbringer yet, because some people were like, some stuff might be in season 4 that's related to that novel. And I'm like, I'll hold off. So I'm going to wait on Stormbringer. I do want to read the Rompo novel. There's like a Rompo novel. I want to read it. And then there's like a 55 minutes novel. I want to read it. And then there might be another one that I want to read, but I've been told to wait on Stormbringer and another one. I was like, okay, I can wait on those. And I do eventually, with Beast, I know that Beast has come out, and Beast, there's a light novel with it, there's a manga with Beast, and they're doing a stage play for Beast. And if Beast's stage play, I really want to watch the Given stage play when it comes out. And so I've never really watched stage plays, but if the Given one comes out and it's pretty good, I may want to watch the Beast one too, because the actor that plays Akutagawa looks really good, and so does the actor playing Atsushi. So it may be something cool to do through Patreon and through YouTube to do the stage play, watching it. But I definitely want to eventually read the light novel and read the manga for Beast. So that may be something that happens this spring at some point. But at some point before season 4, right? So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So there'll be other stuff come up to talk about this spring with Bungo Stray Dogs. It'll just be spread out and kind of scattered whenever I can get to it. But if you follow me on Twitter, I'll be reading the manga and updating as soon as I get through those volumes leading up to. I've been told, I think chapter 53 is a chapter to stop at, because that's when season 3 ends. So there's that. But yeah, y'all, I can't thank you enough for recommending Bungo Stray Dogs, because I've really come to love this series a lot. I love Bungo Stray Dogs. I love Atsushi, Dazai, Akutagawa, Kunikita, Rompo, Mori, and Fukuzawa. Like, I'm excited now that I'm caught up. I obviously can't see manga spoilers or things like that, but I'm excited that we're getting a season 4 and then I'm caught up. That's going to be exciting. So yeah, next week we'll start a new show. Just, on hiatus for Bungo Stray Dogs for now. And then we'll pick it back up with season 4 when it comes out. Which will be exciting, because I'll actually get to watch with y'all week to week. We'll get to watch week to week Bungo Stray Dogs. So it'll be like, as it comes out, I'll get to watch it with y'all. We can talk about it in real time. It'll be exciting, right? I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, so in the meantime, thank you all once again for watching these reactions. for checking out Bungo Stray Dogs. I hope you like the show that comes next and the other shows going on right now. I'm watching like a slew of them. So I'm excited for 2022 and all the anime that is to come. I'm really excited. So in the meantime, there'll be other Bungo Stray Dog content to tide us over until the hiatus is over when season 4 comes out. But as we wait for that, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I will be back hopefully soon with more content on Bungo Stray Dogs.